Going down, no turning back. I, uh, I, do the best mode. No turning back. Back. Oh no! Let me do this. Wait, let me do that. I got. Let me beat it. There's no turning back. Do do do. Everybody, the best mode. Everything counts in large amount. Hey, Leah, Ramon, everything counts in large amounts. The best mode. We got perfect for the last of the series. Uh, um, we are dealing now with the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. Our way back to God. The big. It's sorry of Adolf. You gotta listen to this song. It's so in keeping with this with Pisces. When you go, there's no turning back. Oh, oh, the beat. Oh no. Oh, it's great. Mm-mm-mm. Cranberry and Patron. Everything counts in large amounts. Yes, it's Saturday. And I'm still working on the site of the new Alexander. Some people are registering. And I told some people I need 24 more hours. Mm. So now we got it together. And I'm working and putting it together. And I cannot shut down the site until it's ready because many people want to register and take in. So I'm going to have to publish the site even though it's not complete. So please be kind. I'm still working on it. It's been difficult. And the Vistaprint changed their website builder. So I got to find different ways to do it, different formats. So I'm like, it's my Saturn. It's my Saturn afflicting my third house of computers, technologies, communication, monetary transactions, all these things. And it's just something that you just have to manage. Wherever Saturn falls and what house he rules and afflicts is where you have to manage it moment by moment sometimes. These incongruencies. It sucks. Counts in large amounts. So I have music and my drinking to deflect me from this type of frustration. I couldn't even download the video for some people who've already paid because I'm having this fucking issue with the computers and technology and transaction. And if it's not my computer, if it's not technical support, YouTube, Vistaprint don't know what it is. So then I'm fucked because then I cannot deliver the services in the fluidity that it should be delivered because these incongruencies are in the way. And it's always the little things that get in the way. But this is the liability when you have Saturn and it's fall in Aries. And I got that position and it sucks. It sucks. But I have to manage it. Okay? Yes, he does. He does. And I gotta bite my lip. I gotta bite my lip. You know? It's like they set me up. Why you give me so much fire and then put a cork on the bottle? It's fucked up. Why give me this type of fire and then you're gonna put something to stop and clank it? You know, it's not fair. But I'm being now the baby with Aries moon and I'm ranting. I don't like it when things don't run smoothly. As a Virgo and running a business, it's not cute. And it's about credibility. But this is what Saturn hits. He's testing my credibility and testing my discipline to get the job done. But I'm already committed. Damn, cut me some slack. Today was just a frustrating day. Uncle Fernando is venting. Thank you for allowing me to vent. Because let me tell you, I was just too frustrated. Too frustrating. Fucking Saturn. And the thing is that Saturn rules Earth. And I'm an Earth sign. And Saturn does love you. Saturn protects you. He nurtures you. And like a father, he disciplines with a iron stick. But damn. Oh, I'm telling you, it makes a nigga want to fucking smoke a cigarette. I was so frustrated today. I can't tell you how frustrated I was. Hold on, I gotta get a light. Oh, the music that really keeps me grounded, and you. Otherwise, I would have lost my mind by now. Mm? Okay. So I'm done with my ranting and my raving and my frustration. But because I'm a public figure and I have to accept that, because I don't see myself as one, but I have to accept that I am, as my attorney told me, I have to set an example. And sometimes, again, the things that I go through, I feel obligated to share with you. Because if you can see how Uncle Fernando can handle situations, it might give you a template for you to follow. You know, you cannot react emotionally to conflicting crises. You have to be disciplined, methodical, linear. You have to go higher spiritually and see why this is spiritually happening to me. Let's talk about it since we're talking about Pisces, which is all spiritual. Oh, there's going to be, there goes to be, there goes to be. Now, it's okay to be funny, quirky, and silly because all this is Pisces having a good time, being dreamy, escape in drugs and alcohol. This is all Pisces. Pisces rules drugs, ecstasy, overindulgence, lack of boundaries, so you have sex with anybody, young or old. Your body becomes a sensation for all to experience, which is why Pisces is considered the sign of the whore. It's not that she likes to open her legs to everybody or he, it's that they love sensation. You have to understand that Pisces is water, and water rules the emotions. It is the seabed that makes life worth living. If there's no feeling, if there's no emotion, then life is dull, boring, uneventful. Nothing will impact you. Nothing will mean anything to you. Counts in large amounts. Now understand that with the Pisces sun and the moon in Pisces, you live a world that's dreamy. The best way I can describe it, and let me tell you, Pisces is very, very. No, you're right. IG selling girl one. Not all. You got Pisces that are highly evolved, and then you have those that are not. And then you have those mixed bags in between. Pisces is probably the most difficult sign of the zodiac to really make sense of. Because you're dealing with two fishes going in opposite directions. Okay? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, ruled by Neptune. And the energy field in the zodiac is that of the 12th house. The 12th house is considered the house of sorrows. Oh, the beat. You hear the beat? You hear the beat? You hear? No, you can't hear. You hear the beat? I don't know what the sound is. That's the beat that makes you want to jump out of your fucking seat. And Depeche Mode, if you look at the videos of Depeche Mode, the way, first of all, they got no shirt. They're very, very pale white skin, but that's the makeup to make them pale. They don't look that pale, actually. And they have lipstick and eyeliner. They're very androgynous. They could be men or they could be women. This is the androgyny of Pisces. So the Depeche Mode in the videos symbolizes the epitome of the bisexuality and the duality, which is our creator, as it is reflected in us. Since we also have masculine and feminine principles within us, so does God. And there was a time, and there was a time when man was a hermaphrodite. Well, and the hermaphrodite was not a man. It was a woman with the sexual gonads of a man and a female. And then Jehovah separated the sexes and made them male and female. This all falls under the mysteries of Pisces. The beat. When you're born with the sun and the moon and the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, we are returning back to the primordial void where time does not exist, the realm of the gods. Why did the gods decide to leave their perfect abode, 0, to then become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we got manifestation as we see it? Why did God do that? Why did the gods decide? Were they bored? Were they bored with each other? Did they create man so that they can entertain themselves by watching us struggle down here? What is our connection to the gods? And why did they bother? Why did they bother to create all of this? These are the mysteries that you ponder when you're born with the sun and the moon in the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. I'm only saying it again. The sun and the moon in Pisces. Strange love. It is a strange love and a strange connection, which astrologers, mystics, to this day, still don't completely understand. We still don't have Pisces figured out. Pisces is all 12 personalities in one. And it's complicated equally with a woman and with a man. Oh, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. I gotta take a minute to reflect and be nostalgic, which also belongs to Pisces. While I have my drink, also Pisces. Let it flow. You gotta take your time when you talk about Pisces. It is still waters run deep. Then again and again, I give in. When you give in, you surrender to the Creator, or surrender to return back to the wheel of reincarnation. Either you return to God, one fish, or return back to earth for reincarnating. Here we see that the two dichotomy of the fish is going opposite direction. If you're going back to God, you have evolved to the point where you don't need to come back. But if you're the fish that's going the other way, then you're here to experience reincarnation, because you're either here as a guru or an ascended master, because you got Pisces that are highly elevated spiritual gurus like Gandhi, Buddha, Muhammad. These are Piscean figures, and they want to become divas and devos. They don't come back. They go and populate other universes or have experiences in other solar systems. They've graduated from this base school, so they get to go to other solar systems, other star systems, and become gods themselves. This is the grand scheme that has been created by the gods, that humans have no clue where we're heading in our evolution. Our evolution is heading back to God. These are truths that are very known if you have the sun and the moon in Pisces. Pisces. Oh, God. And Pisces comes in several different speeds. Many different speeds. We might have to dedicate the entire hour to just the sun and the moon in Pisces, because there's a lot to say. It's a lot to say. And there's a lot that is still not known about Pisces. Even the most seasoned astrologer or shaman or highly initiated Mason or Illuminati or any or Rosicrucian or Scottish Rites or Skulls and Bones, whatever Order of the Golden Dawn, whatever secret society you want to call, with all that they know and all that they keep guarded in secret, the one mystery that still eludes even occultists is the mystery of Pisces. Pisces has the genetic code, both spiritually and physically, that defines reality as we know it in the cosmos. But it's only a facsimile of something else that we don't know, that we haven't experienced, that we have yet to experience as humans. We don't know our creators. We don't know the ultimate God and those lesser gods that created us as hybrids. We don't know the mystery of our planet and the solar system and the gods that reside therein. To this day, there are life forms in Venus, in Mars, in Jupiter, in Uranus, in Neptune. So yes, there is life in these planets. But if you look at it physically, to the Cassini space probe that has gone to these planets and to the NASA space station, you're going to see images and pictures of these planets. I have it on my website, and they look horrific, horrible places. You would never want to live in these planets. But yet, there are beings that don't have carbon matter like we do, that live in these planets, that are evolving themselves. Their evolutionary point will be where there will be physical beings just as efficient as our planet is, but on a higher level in time. That's not now. We're in the Earth period. Life is defined by the physical manifestation of the spirit, which has descended into matter. So we are it. We are the center stage for all beings in the cosmos to watch what we are doing. That's why we have watchers that watch what humans are doing down here. Oh, it gets deeper than that. And I've barely scratched the surface because it's only 18 minutes. Okay? So understand that the mysteries of Pisces, I have a job cut out for me to discuss Pisces. Pisces. Oh my God. I don't think I'm high enough to even talk about it. Because the mysteries of Pisces transcend any kind of material comprehension of logic that we experience here on Earth. Pisces, to understand Pisces, you cannot approach the sign by being intellectual about it. If you go spiritual, if you go with the logic of the mind, you're going to fuck up and not understand Pisces. And if you don't like a lot of emotional displays, emotional outbursts, if you don't like a person that has a bundle of contradictions and expresses himself in a quixotic way, and there are many Pisceans that have an issue with alcohol. All of my planets are in the 12th house, Pisces. And let me tell you, my drug of choice is alcohol. The way alcohol makes me feel is unlike any other drug that I might have experienced or that is out there. It makes me psychic. It opens me up. And I get energies and images and messages from higher beings that vibrate with this type of fluid. Even though alcohol over time is not good for physical matter, it is a fantastic transport vehicle for bringing in spiritual energies and principles of beings that prefer this fluid over the blood of the human host. Oh, it's deep. It's so fucking deep. I have not. Again, I got to smoke another cigarette. I tell you, it's deep. The mysteries of Pisces. I don't know how I'm going to put all this together in an hour and 30 minutes. Frankly. There's a lot to understand about Pisces, and there are different gradients of Pisces. There are different gradients of Pisces, of Piscean being, spirit. One thing I have to say about Pisces is I'm going to mention 3 speeds. The first speed is the speed of the vagabond. The first speed is the vagabond. The Pisces that seems irresponsible, reckless, aimless, a helpless alcoholic, difficult, boastful, arrogant, violent, cynical, carping, whatever the alcohol brings out in you. Not very good. This Piscean is a user by default. Not that he means to use people, but his life is so helpless and so fragmented that he cannot even put the pieces together, or she. So those around him or her have to put the pieces for them and kind of help these beings out. Now, you might ask yourself, why would a soul be born to be mistreated, misused, abused by people? And then on top of that, he's a fuck up, or she, in the eyes of people because of this fragmented soul that these types of Pisceans are. That they seem pathetic, useless, and those that fall in the crack and are forgotten. Yeah, you got Pisceans that are born to go through that experience. To go through an experience of humiliation, denial, and constant, incessant pain. The question you should ask yourself, why would a soul, if we ascribe the concept that the soul chooses its incarnation, the soul chooses the parents, chooses the siblings, chooses the country in which it will be born, chooses the sex, chooses the age and time in which it will be born, 1800s, BC, the future, the soul chooses all of that. It chooses how it will suffer, what lesson it will teach, and how it will die. All of that is chosen by us before we come in here. It's a contract that we create with the ultimate creator and that of the demiurgic God that rules this system, Jehovah, the warden, or Allah, or Brahman, or whatever name, depending on the different cultures he or she or it goes by. And this God also functions under Pisces, because this God, which is a demiurgic God, is here to inflict pain. And through pain, we grow and we evolve. And Pisces represents that principle as well. My anthropological series. Put anthropological series or put down Fernando Prudhomme, and my link is there. I've had people have called me, told me that they have a problem with it, and I gave them the proper link, and it goes in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Medium doesn't understand the issue. Again, another Saturnian experience. Because it's there. And medium doesn't understand why it's not being reached. Again, no explanation. Saturn. So what am I supposed to learn through all of these inconveniences, all of these setbacks, and all of these technical difficulties and all that shit to make my job and my company much more efficient and much more better? The only way you can do that is by going through all these little incongruencies. You know, when you go through this, then and you master it, then you have a solid company which is flawless. And I'm in my infancy. So I'm being hit hard. You know, something worth doing, the gods are going to test you to see if you are committed. Heart, mind, and soul. This is the reason why Saturn tests us the way it does. We have to take seriously what we're here to do, or otherwise we're not going to stay here too much longer. So I understand the issue. It's just inconvenient when it happens. It's just inconvenient. The question you have to ask yourself, why? And we're talking about this particular speed of Pisces. I'm going to mention the other two. Why do these types of Pisces are born to be made fools of, to be looked at as fools, to be pathetic and hopeless alcoholics, destroy families, not experience love or give love, might even die as an alcoholic or die with no dignity? There's some Pisces that go to that. Those who die in jail, those who die in insane asylums. Edgar Allen Poe. Do you know the writer Edgar Allen Poe? Edgar Allen Poe was a Piscean type. Great anthologies and great bodies of work of literature, which we are reading to this day. I had to read him in school. And Edgar Allan Poe lived in the 1700s, 1800s. But if you read his story, who he was, I was in tears. The man has gone through so much suffering, so much pain, and died penniless. It was sad. When I read it, I was in tears. That touched me. It was so sad. But here again, we're going with the polarities. He became a great man who's remembered to this day. What price do you think that soul had to pay for him to be remembered centuries later? There's the pain and suffering that he had to go through had to be equal to the greatness that his name is remembered today. So be careful. If you want to be famous, be careful what you ask for, because you don't know how. The Black Dahlia. Remember the Black Dahlia? She wanted to be famous. Oh, she became famous, all right. She was raped, sodomized, brutally murdered, and brutally mutilated and thrown in the highway somewhere. And we know about her. And she became famous, but not the way that she wanted it. So be careful. Be careful what kind of fame you want. You better define it, or it will define you. And that might not be the fame that you want. The Black Dahlia was a Leo, but she also was a Piscean type. Her story was horrible. Horrible. Why are people born to experience that? What's the reason? These are mysteries that become a subject of discussion. when you're born with the sun and the moon in Pisces, the sign of sorrow. It sucks. MK, it sucks. When I hear that someone is a Pisces, I go, ugh. And I don't mean to. Yeah, I talked about Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. A Leo with a Pisces moon. But he was a Pisces type. And he committed suicide. The man was miserable. Miserable. We had no idea how miserable this man was. And he just could not take his misery anymore. With all the money and fame and looks and everything. And he committed suicide. This is Pisces. You know, oh yeah, no, a little rap in the song. Pisces is something else. It's deep. It's just deep. But the question still remains: what makes this speed of Pisces be this way and go through this? Why? Well, believe it or not, this type of Pisces, speed number one, is a healer. No, IG selling girl one. It's not that they don't choose to evolve. No. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what the answer is. Kanye West, if you go to my website, The People's Astrologer, I wrote an entry about Kanye West and explained what his issue is. Cancer, Kanye West, with a Pisces moon. But if you know anything about Kanye West, and you know his story, because when I write about these famous figures, and I got into Donald Trump, Jennifer Lopez, Halle Berry, you know, these are people that I followed for years, and I know some of their publicists and their people, and know who they are behind the image that they present to everybody else. And trust me, it matches completely their horoscope. Completely. Even the timing that they became famous is in the horoscope. It truly is quite a DNA blueprint, let me tell you. Kanye West is a Gemini, yes. The sun is in Gemini. But he's all Cancer. Go to my website and you'll see what I'm talking about. I break it down in detail. He's a Gemini, but he's all Cancer. Believe it or not. And the Pisces moon accents that watery, emotional, bubbly aura that surrounds Kanye West. It's even in his body contours. Go to my website. You can claim him or not. The principles of astrology is evident in every single one of us, in more ways than one. Now, the first speed, so you can be clear, these Piscean are called sweep healers. They resemble Jesus Christ in principle more than the other two speeds of Pisces, which I'm going to present to you. Jesus came here to be the light of the world, to be the Luciferian energy. Lucifer means light bearer. Jesus was the light bearer, and he brought knowledge of the human condition. And what was that knowledge? That we are more than just flesh and blood, that we are souls. And as souls, we are divine beings encapsulated in carbon matter. And Jesus, his whole mission, who heralded the Piscean age, was to teach us that God is not outside of us, but he's inside us. And he taught this by giving parables, but the parables were not enough. People didn't read and write. People's level of education were very, very dim. This man came with high consciousness. He went to India and Tibet. And when he returned to Jerusalem, to Galilee at age 33, he was already a guru. His genius and spiritual atonement was not developed in the West. The West was spiritually very poor at that time, if you know your history, your anthropological history. Jesus was the prophet at the time that came to that region of the world to elevate consciousness of that particular part of the world. This is true of Buddha. This is true of Gandhi. This is true of Muhammad and all the great prophets who were singularized in different regions of the planet that needed advancement and evolution of those races of people that were primitive. This is why prophets are sent to certain groups of people to elevate them and evolve them. But yet, throughout history, many of these prophets have been killed because they upset the order of the Saturnian world, which is that the law of the land is governed by man, not by spirit. And in order to advance, we have to deny spirit and pay attention to physical matter. And this is the order of government which defined the Roman Empire at the time, and as all other subsequent empires that preceded it and that followed after the Roman Empire, including our own empire here in the United States. So you are born, you have souls that are elevated, highly elevated, and are sent to these primitive, unevolved cultures to advance them. But the thing is that when you come to primitive and unevolved cultures to advance them, you cannot come highly spiritually and evolved. You have to kind of be a chameleon and blend in with the people and infiltrate from within. This is what Jesus tried to do with the 12 disciples. And he got pretty far, but the price was that he died on the cross and all the other 12 disciples were murdered. Jesus went through tremendous suffering. Just what he went through before he died on the cross was unspeakable. They did a movie about it, The Last Temptation of Christ. Some people call heart attacks. Some people die watching that movie just to fathom the pain and suffering that Jesus partook. Why did he put himself in the position to be the doormat for humanity? He was a sweep healer. He was here to heal the race, to heal the society, not the individual. But he ran into a problem with the imperial government of Rome at the time, which is structured to rule the physical world and deny spiritual knowledge and advancement because it's bad for business. You can't collect taxes and support the church. Understand the real history of Jesus. He was humiliated, tortured, flogged. This is the type 1 speed of Pisces. So when you meet Pisces that seem like, you just want to like, and like, and these are reckless human beings that are better off now have been born. Before you make a judgment like that, understand that these types of Pisces men and women are here to experience pain, suffering, because through that, they are healing those people who are abusing them. Like the Green Mile. Remember the Green Mile? That black guy, his love and compassion and innocence and purity was so pure that the people could not kill him. They could not hurt him because they would go against their own souls. Because he tapped into the human element, the spiritual element, and separate and elevates us from our animal instinct. I don't know if Jesus did a really good job because we're still just as much animal as we were back in them days. So I don't know if his work really did any significant work to elevate the races. I don't think it has. The world today is far worse off than it was back in the day. This is Pisces. Ooh. Oh, smooth beat. Okay. There were many Jesuses. Jesus is almost like an order, like a Catholic order. You have like Mother Teresa, you have an order, right? You have the Carmelite order, right? You have the Rosicrucian order. You have the Franciscan order. You have the Dominican order. But Jesus, indirectly created an order where other Jesuses rose up to try to emulate what he did. And we can call them Jesus, but we can also call them Buddha. Jesus, when he went to the East, he studied under the Buddhistic principles and the Tibetan principles, the monastic order. So you have Pisces that are born to be the recipient of pain. They're here to experience pain from their mother, their father, friends, brothers, siblings, strangers. Even those Pisces that end up raped, killed, murdered, they are serving a purpose. They are cleaning the earth. They are sweeping the earth. They are here to heal society and cultural races. To do that, you need to be the object of ridicule and foolishness. You need to be a scapegoat that people can dump all the taboos and insecurities and secrets to. And by making you an example of the collective's problems and becoming crucified on behalf of the collective problems of the society that you're in, you are helping heal that society. It's deep. I don't blame you if you don't understand this. This is deep. This is the 12th sign. Human complexity reaches its highest peak here, as well as spiritual atonement and knowledge attainment and understanding. Very difficult and highly complex subjects, far greater than Aquarius, far greater than Sagittarius. This is the last sign of the zodiac. This is the Alpha and the Omega. I understand just how powerful and how powerfully important Pisces is. But if you meet a Pisces, you would never think it. You think that they're just people here who are vagabonds, wasting time, and just living an idle existence. Oh, don't fool yourself. These people are here. It seems that way. It's a facsimile of what you think it is. They're really here to clean and heal their environments. But they have to do that by them receiving an inordinate amount of pain and suffering. Because they are sweeping and they become an embodied poster board of all the pains and sufferings that society goes through. All stigmas and stereotypes that are present in a given society or culture is projected onto the Piscean. And the Piscean who becomes sacrificed elevates the consciousness and the moral fiber of those cultures and societies where you find these Piscean types. That's the first speed of Pisces, the sweep healer. And these are the ones that go through the most painful of experiences, especially if you're born with the sun and the moon in Pisces. Okay? It's deep. It's deep. And it's about to get deeper. Oh, the beat. Oh. I know I don't got a blunt. I run out of weed. I run out of weed. And I'm not, I blocked my doing readings and things like that, so no money's coming in. So yeah, it's one of them times, crunch time. I've just been too busy putting all that stuff together for you guys. So it'll be my out key today. And something that I rarely do is smoke cigarettes. But we are talking about Pisces. The beat. Here we go. Here we go. I'm journeying back. The sun and the moon in Pisces. Our way back to God. Or return as ascended masters to heal the rest of us on our way back to God. I have a little stash of Patron, you know. You know, if you're gonna do it right, you're gonna do it right. Everything counts in large amounts. Oh Lord. Okay. So, do you understand what I'm talking about here? This is the first speed of Pisces, the sweep healer. Oh, here we go again. Oh, story of Adolf. Oh. Oh Lord. The second speed is that of the psychic and the seer, the clairvoyant. Oh, now. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Okay. This second speed is, and there's two sub speeds with this second type. This psychic person, this Pisces is mystical. Mystical. And very Neptunian. No? Very Neptunian. These are the Piscean men and women, but you see it more in the woman Pisces than the man. She appears, oh my God, she's deliciously sexy. You see her, and all you want to do is fuck her. I'm sorry. I'm being real. See, I've seen men with this type of women in company, and they just fall out. They're mesmerized. It's like the Piscean woman of this type 2 speed. She gives you a look and makes you quick, and there's a sparkle in her eye, this light in her eye. And when you look at you and she looks at you, your dick is hard. You know she wants you, and that's a gift. But even if you don't know that she wants you, and she might not even want you, but if you seduce her and say and play your cards right, you might get her juices going, and you might get lucky. The Pisces woman loves sensation. So does the Piscean man, but they go about it differently. Type 2, when you're born with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Pisces. Rihanna. I have Rihanna in my website. I talk about her, and I got most of my information from her publicist. And let me tell you, Rihanna, I cannot really talk personally about the actress and performer, so I don't want to get into any kind of infringement right problems. But read my website when I talk about Mrs. Fenty. That's her real name, as better known as Rihanna. No, she is a type 2. A or B, type 2, A or one of the A or B. I'll let you decide if you will. You decide. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I, okay. Let's discuss type 2, part B. This Piscean, let's talk about the woman first because it's more noticeable with the human female. Not so much with the Piscean man. The Piscean man is more hidden. You have to really get to know him once you enter his space to see what type of Piscean man he is and if he's A or B. But type 2, A, the Piscean female with the sun and moon in Pisces, oh, Here we have another situation where she is confused. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know what she carries. She's an open barometer, and she receives energy, sensations, and pulls and tugs here and there. She could be happy one moment and the next fucking moment going to a deep depression. This woman picks up radars in the environment. She picks up different frequencies in environments, in objects, animals, and in people. Comes the mound. She is Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, if you watch the original fairy tale Alice in Wonderland, they've done other versions. The one I saw in the 80s, you need to see that one. That is the type 2, speed 2, type A, Pisces woman. Alice in Wonderland, she doesn't know that her imagination is the product of her physical reality. What she imagines becomes real. She shrinks and goes into the rabbit hole. And she's like, you know, everything. She's impressionable. Really? She's a child in a woman's body, an agent of the universe. Yes, you are. Pisces is very psychic, very psychic. But then you have those that are not psychic at all. That's speed number 3. We're going to get to that. Everything comes in large amounts. The sun and the moon in Pisces. Understand that this woman, type A, speed 2, doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know her impact to those around her. She doesn't value or know to value her free spirit. We call type 2 the sun bearer. She's the light bearer. But she does it by being innocently herself. She could be completely innocent spiritually or even innocent mentally. These types of women, type 2, type A, lack common sense. They take that to a higher level than Libra. Oh, thank you, Flora. My acting skills paid off. It's the Leo in me. Oh, and I made it to the basket. I should have been a basketball player, and I sucked at basketball. I was better at football. I was a linebacker when I played football in high school, and I did it a little bit in college. And I was a big dude. Niggas used to bounce off of me. Yeah, those were great days. I don't like watching football. It's mentally boring. I like to play it and be physical. The Aries moon, right? I'm about action and cardinality. I don't like to sit in an armchair and watch life. I like to be a part of it. So I don't like watching sports. It's mentally boring to me. I like to play it. So understand that when you have this type 2, you have type 2, A. These people are abused, mistreated, misunderstood. These people exude all kinds of quixotic behaviors. Like type 1, they could be happy one moment, sad the next moment. The Pisces woman will wake up being a Pisces woman, but by the time she gets to the bathroom, washes her teeth, does her hair, does her makeup, she's gone through 5 different astrological woman in that moment. By the time she comes out of the bathroom and meets her husband, she's another sign. When she leaves, she's another sign. When she returns home at 5 o'clock, she's Pisces again. She goes through all 12 personalities in 1 second, in 1 minute, in 1 hour, in 1 day, or in 1 decade. You never get to really know her. She's 12 in 1. She's enigmatic, and that's what makes her so mysteriously attractive and mystically unattainable. This is type 2A of the Pisces woman. She will look at you and she will know everything about you. Everything. When I tell you everything, niggas and bitches, I'm telling you everything about you. Even the history of your soul, she will know. Be careful with Pisces. She's a lot tougher than she appears. And her wisdom, even unbeknownst to the personality of the one carrying the Piscean energy, still does the effective work of the universe in which she was born to do. Even though the personality and the ego may not be aware of it. Oh, here we go, the beat. Here we go. Oh Lord, I should have been a dancer. I love dancing, but I have my Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo makes you a dancer. No, and the Venus in Cancer as well. I know many Albert Ailey dancers that have Venus in Cancer. My partner has Venus in Cancer. Oh, they're talking to me. They know what you said. It's complex. It's a lot. Oh, the music is sensuous and sensual, watery, suitable for discussing Pisces. So understand that this type of woman ends up in fucked up relationships. Fucked up. She attracts losers. Guys that don't love themselves and are not capable of loving her. She attracts these men, despite the fact that she may love herself and be comfortable in her own skin. She still attracts deadbeats. Now, why does that happen to this type of Piscean? The beat. Why? Why is she going? Why is she going through these experiences? Why? Well, the answer is very simple. The type A, speed number 2, Piscean woman, because it's different for a man, is that she is attracting those beings that she knew from other lifetimes. Yeah, that's the big secret. These people that mistreat her, abuse her, betray her, are the same people that she knew in other lifetimes, where she might have been the perpetrator. And now, in this life, she becomes the one perpetrated by the very people that she hurt in other lifetimes. And this is a hard concept to accept and to believe. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Are there any of you out there that can connect to the speed 2-A Pisces? Let me know now, and I'll respond to you, because I'm talking to you. And I'll tell you why this type of woman attract these types of people. It is karma, Scorpio Diva. It is karma. She's paying karma, but not for what she did in this life, but what she did in the last life. What exactly was it? The way she's treated now gives you clues as to what the infringement was in other lifetimes with these same beings. That now the tables are being turned on her. And this is difficult to accept. But this is the truth. When we're dealing with type 2, speed 2, dash A, Pisces woman. But the question you got to ask yourself, how do you fix it? Here is what's fucking tough to accept. The Pisces speak to woman dash A that goes to this type of experience. The way to break the wheel of retribution, getting back in, because Pisces can be very vindictive. It's important for this type of woman, type 2 dash A, not to retaliate from those who are hurting her. She needs to pray and forgive them. By doing that, she's sealing the door of karmic retribution with these souls. So that doesn't have to be reencountered in the next life. She's consolidating her experiences in one life and make up for what happened in previous lifetimes. Pisces and the 12th house is the sign of consolidation of experiences. The 12th house, the sign that sits in the 12th house, along with the planets and the aspects of the ruler of the 12th house, gives clues as to what was the history of that soul's trying to improve their condition and how far along they've come in that evolution. So it really depends on the sign that sits on the 12th house. If Scorpio sits on the 12th house and you have the sun and moon in Pisces, then your history over the long haul has been one where you might have inflicted abuse, torture, pain, and even been a little bit of evil. Scorpio represents these principles. And in the 12th house, that means that you're coming here with some evil baggage that you have to transform and correct. Because Scorpio rules transformation. And to have it in this house means that you have to transform yourself and transform your attitude and your perspective on how you see life and how you treat those around you. Does it make sense? Okay? It's deep. And I have not scratched the surface. And it's already an hour and 2 minutes. And I haven't been fooling around. You know, I've been doing my little dancer, but I've been on point. You know, giving you as much content as much as I can, because there's a lot to cover here. And it's already an hour and 2 minutes, so we have not even gotten half of what I got to say concerning the sun and moon in Pisces. And because it's a very complex science, I'm going to have to do 2 hours more to cover the moon signs in the header of the sun in Pisces, because it is quite complex and there is a lot to say. Hold off your donations until further notice, right? Because my PayPal account is temporarily closed, and I did that not to allow money to come in without my knowledge, and then people rescind on me because I have no ideas, and that allows me to control. So hold off your donations. Thank you. I love you. I will request it when I am ready to proceed fully with doing the consultation services. I'm still dealing with the school and that issue. So understand that we have a situation here. Now, the Pisces type 2 speed dash A woman is here to heal past infractions. And the length and degree of suffering that she's going through throughout her life is equal to the amount of pain and grief that she has caused in other lifetimes. Once she's aware of this on a conscious level, the pains and sufferings will cease. The fact that she is constantly suffering and it's a constant pain and it's confused and doesn't understand what she's betraying, she goes through these painful experiences, is because the ego is not in awareness of the karmic baggage that the soul has carried into the incarnation that she is currently living in. And for her to proceed with what she needs to do, she needs to atone for some of the infractions that occur in other lifetimes. Now, this is not obvious information that's made readily available to someone. So how can someone fix something that they're not aware that they're bringing with them? Well, here's the thing. Pisces knows what's wrong with her. The issue with Pisces, especially the women, is that they don't listen to their inner voices. They listen to other people instead of listening to their own inner voice that will never guide them wrong. But when they listen to other people, that's when they get fucked. Okay? Let that sink in. Well, I re-up. Let that sink in. Okay. Shout, tears for fear, tears for fear. Shout, shout, let it out, let it out. Come on, I'm talking to you. Talking to you, type 2-A. The song goes well with this series, doesn't it? Come on. I'm talking to you. That's my secret was to always been a singer. Uncle Fernando always wanted to be a singer. When I was little, I would use the microphone and I'd be like, before I wanted to be an actor, I wanted to be a singer. I did, but I wasn't born with the voice. Maybe in the next life. I don't know. I vibrate Pisces. So Pisces is a sign of broken dreams, failed dreams, unactualized potential. Yeah. This is the 12th house, and this is Pisces. The sun and the moon in Pisces. Let it on. These are the things I can do without. Come on. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It is painful. It is, to be Pisces, it's a beautiful expression of our Creator. But it is one that confers great pain and suffering. And that has to happen with Pisces, because Pisces is the broom, the mop. She sweeps the dirt that plagues humanity and makes humanity as a whole better. The mission of Pisces is not to make an individual better or even to make themselves better, because they're fine the way they are. They just don't understand what they are. Once they understand what they are and how they fit in the grand scheme of evolution of humanity, Pisces will be more settled with themselves. All 3 speeds. I wanted to be a singer. I'm going to die not actualizing that dream. But if I have that void when I die in me, in my next life, I will be that singer. Because I'm dying with that still not being fulfilled. If you die and have things not fulfilled in your heart, they will be actualized in the next life. We pick up where we left off. That's the continuum of the life wave of humanity. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, well, who's this? Who is this? Oh, I love this beat. Oh, the depression mode. Oh God, I'm telling you, they just give you some shit. Boom, 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 boom. Hi, Jack Day. Cannot talk about the planets now because there's a lot talk generically about Sun and Moon in Pisces. So please hold those questions. Or text me and I will answer it to you. No, but we can't do that because there's too much to talk about. And I haven't talked about the moon placings of the signs under the header of Pisces. I'm still under the Sun and Moon. Very important. Oh. I get it done when I feel like getting it done. When I feel it's right to get it done. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be dictated to do it at anyone else's speed with my own. I'm sorry if that's a problem for you. I have a lot to do. So understand that we have a situation with the type A, type 2 speed of Pisces. She learns over time. She becomes better with herself. The young Pisces below age 30 might be a hot mess. She might be a hot mess past age 30. But trust and believe that when she gets to a certain point, in age and experience, she can become quite the advisor, the counselor, the life coach. And she won't need no degrees or credentialings to do it. But that comes with some hard knocks that she has to have below her belt. Type B is one who knows who she is, who understands who she is, but doesn't know how to apply who she is and what she understands to be who she is. She can also, type B, can be misused and mistreated. But type B is a lot tougher than type A. She fights back. She's retaliatory. And she teaches by example. This type of woman is a shark. Don't forget that just like Pisces comes in different species, you got different species of fishes. You have the pufferfish, a dangerous Japanese fish that can kill you in seconds if you don't know what you're doing. You have the piranha that can eat you alive in minutes. And then you have the great white shark, which people think is a mammal. It's not, it's a fish. And it is the biggest and most dangerous predator in the ocean. This falls under Pisces now. And this is type B. Ooh. Which one are you? Are you the piranha? Are you the pufferfish? Or are you the great white? Type B, speed 2. Never again. Da, da, da. Orca, the killer whale, is not the prime predator. A great white shark has killed orcas, humpback whales, which are the largest whales on the face of the earth. A shark has killed these whales. Okay? So the apex predator is not these big mammals, it is the fish, the shark. Pisces. Be careful with Pisces. They are a lot tougher than what you think. Mm-hmm. Salt and pepper. You said that you will classify as a mess. I agree. I'm talking facts here. Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Or if I'm lying, I'm crying. Right? All right. Oh, I know. I love the music. Doo, doo, boo, 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 boo. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Type B. She's a bitch. But I like this type of Pisces woman who's a bitch. Because we get Pisces women, they are treated so badly and people think that they are weak and they're useless. Not true. They just don't understand these women. These women are more than just a good time in the bed. And if you think you're having a good time with a Pisces woman in the bed, she's having a better time with you than you can ever have with her. This woman's sexual proclivities are above anything unexplainable, even above Scorpio. Even her sex is terrifyingly mystical, complex. Men have cried in between these women's loins. I know. So you better be careful. There are men that when they come inside of a Pisces woman, they burst out into tears and they start crying uncontrollably. When that happens, that woman has him completely. And it happens with the Scorpio woman too. Oh, it's scary. Oh, it's scary. And deliciously scary. Oh, oh my goodness. Delicious. There I say as delicious as this drink. The sun in Pisces and the moon in Pisces. Oh, the big. Oh, here we go again. Oh, the sun and the moon in Pisces. The most mystical and most terrifying sign besides Scorpio of the heavens. The mystery of God. Stephanie, you want to get with the sun and moon Pisces, man? Good luck. Good luck. Let me know his birthday, and I'll tell you what speed he's in, so you could better manage him. Ooh. Oh Lord, I am so sorry. Everything counts in large amounts. Forgive me for doing this. You don't know I don't do this. Smoke like that, saying smoke like that, and I don't even like it. But we're talking about Pisces. So it's okay. It's okay. The woman that's type B, speed 2, fights with her boyfriends. She argues with them. She's a fighter, pulling from Aries, Pisces and Aries, beginning and end, Alpha and Omega. So there's a lot of Aries in her. Don't misunderstand these women. Any of the speeds. These women are a lot tougher than what they appear. Be careful. She's not an easy walkover, even though she may appear that way. Remember, she's ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is deceptive. Be careful, because all what you see might not be what you think you're seeing. Thank you. Thank you. Judy, the model. If you cross a Pisces woman, it's like stepping on a stingray. And a stingray is painful, let me tell you. And if it hits you in a particular part of your body, it can kill you. Like the guy from the Australian guy, the zoologist who got stung by a stingray in his heart, it killed him instantly. That's Pisces. That's Pisces. Be careful with Pisces. Don't think that because she appears appears weak that you can get over on her and fool her and trick her and hurt her. If you try to, she will have dreams about you deceiving her, hurting her. She will know the bitch that you're gonna fuck before you know the bitch you're gonna fuck. It's deep. It's deep. She'll pretend like she don't know. She'll act like you've done nothing wrong. And she knows everything you've done. And then you get sick. You fall ill. You don't know that the bitch has poisoned you. And she got your back. Pisces is vindictive. And she can be very insidious about it. Worse than Scorpio. Be careful with Pisces. They're not as weak as they may appear to be. And they're a lot tougher than what they seem. Telling you. Uncle Fernando knows. Got 52 years. I'll be 53 in a couple of days of experience. And slept with some of these women to know. So please, please consider carefully what your motivations and intentions are when you court a woman with the sun and moon in Pisces. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, you can come and take me out for my birthday. I'm in New York City. I'm in Harlem. So if you're around, take your uncle out. Take him out. You know, take me out. Let me spend time with you. No better way than I like to spend my birthday with some of my subscribers right here in New York City. So think about it, and I can do a reading for you. I'm the house because it's my birthday. But you got to treat me grand, the little enemy, you know. And you're already grand because you're gorgeous. And if you spend the time to be with me, whether you're a man or a woman, I'm flattered. You know, shamans and gurus like myself, we are secular and private, solitary. We don't go out much. We're very loners. That's part of what, you know, that's part of my common destiny. Thank you, Banetta Sutton, Shauna Duncan. I'm wearing an amethyst. I'm a Virgo, so you know, I'm wearing amethyst, you know. And of course, I'm wearing my pentagram, my, you know, the symbol of Jehovah. And behind is the lion, the symbol of Leo, the tribe of Judah. And the corresponding citrus stone that goes with it. Yes, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I shot myself in the foot by canceling my PayPal or shutting it down. I cannot get my donations for me to go out and really celebrate. But that's okay. Sometimes you play and then you work. Now is my work phase. And, you know, and with money, I'm always out and about. You know, I'm Earth. That's all I gotta do. That's my happiness. I insulate myself with money, do what I do. I can't do anything else. As a shaman and spiritual guru, people like us cannot be around too much. We gotta stay focused and stay secularized. So I don't really have much of a life. My life is really my life's work. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, I know, but I was born with a very strong 12th house. So I also was born with a lot of karma. And I was born in the 19th, a karmic number. So I was no easy cookie either. And I'm here to pay restitution by providing service. That's also Pisces and the 12th house. Okay, okay. Let's jump to the Spanish ballads. I'm gonna do one video and then I'm gonna jump to the Spanish. You know, I love American music, but you know, I'm Latin and I love my Spanish music. You know, especially my ballads. And he made it into the shop. Even though I've gotten a lot of criticism over it. People tell me, Fernando, don't be spitting in there like that. That looks so tacky, so classy. Someone sent me a 3-page email cursing me out. of the fact that I spit like that on the garbage. 3-page email cursing me out. I cannot believe the things that people get caught up on. And I know I'm going to get a lot of slap for smoking cigarettes. And I don't really smoke. Thank God I don't give a shit what people think. That's my strength. I don't give a shit. I'm here to do something. I'm going to do it the way I feel fit to do it, independent of what anybody else's opinion is. Thank God for my Aries moon. I don't have to care. I just deliver. People, so what could it be? What? Another situation dealing with the type B, speed 2 of the Pisces Sun Moon woman is that she can be very nostalgic, very melancholic, and very crisis form. That's the type 2 Pisces. She can be dramatic, histrionic, but it makes her so fucking sexy. I can't stand it. And that makes her a delicious morsel for the wolves at the door waiting to devour her. Boy, do they have something else coming if they think they're going to eat this woman and lick their fingers when they're done that easily. You could treat her so badly to the point of destroying her, and just when you think that you got her destroyed, she'll bounce back, and that cute blue fish becomes a shark, and now she's gonna devour you and eat you and devour you with the same salient taste that you did trying to hurt her. Be careful with this woman. Oh, decency. The head to your tail. Oh, I love it. The sun and the moon in Pisces. People are people, so what should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Very Piscean in theme. The song is suitable for this series. The other thing about the type 2, and also to a certain degree the type A, that when the Pisces woman has had enough of you, she will cut you off and you will never hear from her again. But the taste, the aftertaste of her experience will linger in your life for years to come. In a good way, and if you mistreated her, in a very bad way. If you're born with the sun and the moon in Pisces. The Burning Bed by Sarah Fawcett in the 70s is a Piscean woman. She was so battered and hurt and abused. Oh my God. I watched the movie. It was in the 70s. I watched it when I was in my 13, 14, in the 80s. But it's a movie that was made in the 70s. The Burning Bed by Farrah Fawcett. Oh my God. It was a movie that really put in the center stage domestic violence and domestic abuse happening to our American women here in the United States. It was a silent, shameful, unspoken secret. And movies like that, and The Accused, Jodie Foster in the 80s, where she was gang raped, a very difficult scene to watch. A very difficult scene to watch. Some men turned because we saw, and they were fucking her like they were fucking animals, and slapping her and beating her. They were acting in their animal state, animal, not human. It was very painful to watch that movie. This is the Piscean experience. But what happened at the end of the movie? She got every single one of those guys back. And Jodie Foster is a Scorpio. These are Scorpio type movie. And The Silence of the Lambs. Again, Jodie Foster, another Scorpio movie. But we can ascribe this to Pisces because they're both water signs. Pisces and Scorpio, very dangerous women if you hurt them. Farrah Fawcett in the movie The Burning Bed, she burned him to death. She killed him. She had to, because he was going to kill her. If it was a type A woman, speed 2, he would have succeeded in killing her. But it was type B, a shark. When she got enough, you saw it in the movie. We all clapped and clapped when she killed that motherfucker. Be careful who you think you can hurt. Be prepared for that energy to come back to you in full circle. Maybe not in this life, but certainly in the next life. And these are the principles that these movies teach. A chance I will give to you again and again. The sun and the moon in Pisces. Speed number 3. Oh, I give in to sin. I give in to sin. That's type 2. And type 1, what I preach. Speed number 3, born with the sun and moon in Pisces, is the woman who is, oh wait, the beat. Oh my God, I can't. Good morning, Shaniqua. Say, do it again. I'm only say it again. Game to you is a game. Hey, to you is a game. I'm only say it again. Don't play games with this woman. And if you do, I pray that you know what you're doing. Because this woman already saw you in her dreams before you appeared. This is Pisces, the 12th sign of the zodiac. She has the wisdom of all the 11 signs that preceded her. Give to you, I will say to you. Okay? Okay? Ooh. Strange love, that's how I know you. Yeah. Ooh, well, an hour and a half. This is work. It's a lot of work to stay focused and stay upbeat. It's a lot of work, you know. But I'm very good at it because I am a natural performer. Thank God for all of my Leo placings. Okay. Now I'm going to jump to the man with the beard. Bienvenido Granda. There's nothing like my Spanish ballads. But then again, you know, I am Spanish, so of course I'm going to feel that way. So understand that when you have a woman at the speed type 3 under this combination, she doesn't believe in spirituality. She doesn't believe in the other world. This woman is logical, methodical, pragmatic, linear, no nonsense. She functions very much like the opposite polarity, Virgo. This woman is very Virgonian in her attitude, in her outlook, in her disposition. She's about no nonsense, and any slight of disrespect or infringement that she doesn't like, she'll throw you away. This is the type speed 3. We call this the hidden sensualist. You would think that it will be the intellectual type. No. She's not that intellectual that it will supersede Libra. But she's intellectual enough, pulling from the opposite polarity of Virgo. So you have some Pisces women, and you can see this more in the men than in the woman. This speed, type 3, of the Piscean woman, and it's different for the man, And in my next one, I have to do another one, and I'm going to have long, specifically just on the men. That's how complex this position is for both sexes. They're very different, and they have different speeds. So type 3 speed of the Piscean woman is the woman who is contingent upon looking at life and reality from logical and intellectual lenses, denying her own spiritual gifts, which was already bestowed upon her upon birth. But this type of Piscean woman doesn't respect those principles. Or maybe she does. We really don't know. But she doesn't rely on them. She is more focused on success, achievement, and materializing her objectives in the tangible world. This woman collides with spirituality at some point in her life. Crisis, tragedy, bolts her to reconsider her spiritual destiny, which she may have denied since birth. Oh, something just appeared on my screen. Okay, something just appeared on my screen. It's blocking my view. Yes, I want to close the program. And again, Saturn. Guys, I'm going to end here the stream. And after I finish with this, and then we're going to jump in and do the men. That will be another hour and a half before I do the moon signs and the Pisces. Remember, this is the most complex of all 12 signs. So this might take a couple of hours, broken down into series to complete the series of Pisces. Because it is that complex. Oh, let me I've been on it. I've been lit for an hour and a half. So let me just take it. Oh, please, Archon, don't accentuate the garbage. Really? Who does that? My Archons. Type 3, speed 3. This woman, thank you. This woman is concerned with actualizing her life, actualizing her desire. This woman struggles to be sane, to be. Yes, you can email me, guys. You guys can email me if you like. Absolutely. Absolutely. Please do. Yeah, I'm not going to spit it there, so God forbid I offend somebody. This woman, the Pisces woman, might be, she could be a little boring. She could be a little boring, a little dry. This type of Pisces woman is very controlled in her reactions. She's also very controlled as to what she allows in her life. She has very zero tolerance for bullshit. This Pisces woman is very serious about her career, her work, pulling from the opposite polarity of Virgo. She could be the workaholic, just in a suit, glasses. She could be standoffish and a little mean, which Pisces can be, and so can Virgo. Remember, it's the axis of the sadomasochist. So she might take joy, this type, part 3, in hurting people, belittling people, or making people feel inadequate. It gives her a sense of power and control. Usually, these types of women born under this speed have experienced abuse themselves to such a degree that it has made them numb. So in order for them not to experience more pain, especially sensory pain, they become cold rocks. But behind closed doors. And for the right guy, they are the Piscean beauties and nymphs that they were meant to be. But in the external world, they present a different face. Usually the opposite polarity of Virgo. Going to work, business suit, not too much jewelry, one ring, very keeping up with the status quo. And you got Pisceans like Albert Einstein, who was a Pisces, and Edgar Casey, the psychic, the sleeping prophet, who was also a Pisces. And these are type 2, type 1, under the male category. Majin Gonzalez Whippler, Shati Gawain are the female counterparts of this combination. Abraham Hicks is another one that falls in this combination under the male category, which we'll talk in the next series. So these people come out in very, very complex ways and imaginations. This woman can be very... When Stella got her groove back by Angela Bassett, she fits the type 3 category. All about work, no play, until she meets the right guy that turns her bilirubin on the chain. Now she becomes a fully adulterated woman. For the first time, fully experiencing orgasm, both clitoral and vaginal. That means that really knows how to hit the spot that makes her come out of her rigid shell, where she becomes a woman for the first time with the feeling of a man and allowing herself to experience that. Because this woman, this type 3 woman, is afraid of intimacy and she hides and runs away from it. And if she finds the right man that would defy her, dominate her, because deep down the Pisces woman likes to be dominated by a man and overpowered by a man. It's one of her fantasies. So when you have a man that does this, that's the type of man that will bring her out of her shell. But before then, she lives a facade and not a real existence of who she is, but only a facsimile of who she is. Something that she presents to the world, and the best part of herself she keeps to herself. A woman who does that is a woman who has experienced hurt and now has taken the self-preservation mode. She'll only give a little bit, but not everything. She's testing you to see if you're going to bite and if you're worthy of all the gifts that the Pisces woman can really offer you. This type 3 woman is not going to give it to you so quickly and easily as a type 1 man. She ain't going to be swayed by no dick or smile like the type 1. She will put you to the test and require of you, or you won't be worthy of her. This is type 3, speed 3 of the sun and moon in Pisces. Oh, Mouse Peña. El sueño prohibido. Forbidden dream. You know, Mouse Peña. That's my boy. I have a few boys that I love that are Puerto Rican in salsa. I have them in different categories. You know, that's the baby of salsa, Mouse Peña. And what's the other one that I like? Well, Tony Vega. Tony Vega is the crybaby of salsa. I have different categories for them because of the songs and the lyrics. Oh, oh my God. I'm running low. Guys, please forgive me. Let me get up. Uncle Fernando gotta re-up. Un sueño prohibido. Okay. Okay. Salsa. Yes, IG girl. Salsa. Oh, okay. Now, again, continue to talk about the type 3 speed under the Pisces female born under the sun and the moon in Aquarius. She will be everything to everybody that she feels is expected of her. This woman, type 3 out of the other three, this woman is truly a chameleon. The other two are too, and the ABs as well. But this woman has she's mastered to perfection the art of seduction. You need to read the book, The Art of Seduction. That it had to have been written by a Pisces woman. The Kama Sutra, tantric sex, sacred sex, spiritual sex, must have been written also by a Pisces woman. Because when it comes to sex, these women know how to turn a man inside out, turn him out, or women if they're into women. And usually they are. Understand that when you put your penis inside these women, and this is true of all women, but with a Pisces woman, she's going to know and understand the very core of your atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons. She's going to know everything about you. So if you want to cheat around and fuck around, don't put your vessel inside of a Pisces woman, or any woman for that matter, because all women have disability. But the Pisces woman, she will see your betrayal before you do. Be careful with the Pisces woman. Oh, un sueño prohibido. Oh, God. Suitable for type 3 of this combination. She's a forbidden dream, a taboo. Rapunzel, Alice in Wonderland, Lady Chatterley, Marilyn Chambers. All these types, archetypes, fall under the Pisces female, the sun and moon. A delicious morsel, but deadly if you don't know what you're doing. And if you don't know what kind of woman is in your bed. And if you're in her bed, you better be careful that it's not a Venus flight trap. Because Pisces woman represents karma personified. If you've hurt women as a man, you're going to fall in love with a woman that's going to knock you off your feet. She's going to knock you off your feet. And that's the woman that's going to hurt you and break your heart. The same way you broke other women's heart. It will be the Pisces woman or a Pisces type of woman that will bring you that lesson of humility. As you hurt women in the past, when you fall in love, as they have, you will be hurt and you will experience that pain that you've caused these women under the guise of a Pisces woman. Be careful. These are very retributional women. When you're born with the sun and the moon in Pisces. Oh, un sueño prohibido. Prohibido. Okay. You cannot be all three at once. You can evolve from one phase to the second phase to the third phase, and that happens over time, age, and maturity and experience. You're not born all three. No. You could be born one phase and gravitate to the other because it is a spiral in evolution. Okay? If you are all three, you are a force to be working with because of the accumulated experiences that you have gathered from being all three. It's the experience of all three that makes you a force to be working with, not the fact that you're one, two, or three. It's the end result of the accumulated experiences of going through these phases. Let's make that clear. Okay? And that's basically it for part three. Then we're going to go into specific details as we break the moon signs. But before we do that, we will do another one as we pertain to the male of the species. Guys, hold off your donations. Thank you, though. Uh, please continue to push the like, tell your friends, subscribe. I am still working on the school. I'm going to put the website up. I'll be up until 5 in the morning taking care of that. I would think about doing part two in a few minutes after I rest a little bit. Okay? This takes a lot of energy. Guys, thank you very much. And please, in a couple of days, donate. Everything should be fine by then. Thank you, guys. Bye.